welcome back to another episode of
Tube Talk.
There you go. That's our new theme intro song.
Right, we'll have to review that one for next week, Sophie Bosma.
We will indeed, Albert Bosma. So, we shall start with last week.
Let's start by saying the end of the season.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
Sorry.
I was like, where are you going with that? Just making sure. Yes. Last week was the end of racing season, and this week is the start of a new
season. Start of the 2017-18 season, which we are looking forward to.
It is indeed.
With great anticipation.
But before we get into that, we need to quickly mention something. We've got just 10% left in our reliable man. Oh my gosh, reliable man nostalgic filly.
We have, so this is the last of, very last share in all the horses we bought from Karaka this year. Mm-hmm. So we've got 10% left, so we're looking for someone to take that last 10% share. And I'm really surprised that she's the last one to go, because I thought we bought her very, very well. Reliable Man is a very good sire. He's been a very good racehorse. His stock to date have shown a lot of promise. His first crop, he had a run second in the Group 1 size produce. His book's already full for this year. You can't send a mare to him. And the family's going really well. This filly's a half sister to 6 individual winners. One of them called Recollect, that's just started its career, and one is a $1.26 favourite last week. And Pure Lord, who won 3 races her last campaign. Last run was in a Group 3. So she's really well bred. And she's quite forward. She looks like she'll race as a 2-year-old. She's got a great way of going about it. So yeah, and what I did want to say is, there's a bit of a history, Sophie, with the last share of the last horse being sold. You know, the last horse to be sold in previous years was Rude Awakening, Group 1 winner. Has a Halo last year, who won Group 3 this season. Very good horse. And Monty Solomon, another Group 1 horse.
There you go. So
it's good. There's a very good record for the last one sold.
Calling out to 050 Go Racing.
Give me a call
For your best bet for success.
A little bit of part of history.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's hop into the week. So, last week we had Frazzle, who ran second.
So, really good run from Frazzle. Her first run out of Andrew Carston's stable. 3 wide the trip, had absolutely no cover on the speed. Fought tenaciously. Fought off everything except one horse that had a lovely run up the rails and covered no ground. So, she ran second, and she looks a winner waiting to happen. Oh, now, another one that I do want to discuss as well from earlier in the week was Alward, who raced in Melbourne. And it was an on-speed bias. You had to be in the first 2 or 3 around the home turn. He dropped out. He was last. And he came with a storming run to run 4th. And he is also a winner waiting to happen. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Sophie, I've interrupted you because I think you've got another one down there that we need to talk about.
Yes, we need to talk about She's Graceful, who ran 5th.
Yeah, in the same race as Frazzle, and she was on her last chance, and she settled nicely. She got shuffled back a bit, so it was near the tail as they entered the straight, but she came with a really good run. It was probably just the very heavy track. She looked like she was going to win, but probably the very heavy track just stopped her from getting right there, but she wasn't beaten far for 5th. So she's earned another start. And she's shown us again that she's got ability. So that was pleasing.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And we just need to quickly mention that there were a few cancellations, so that's why this is just short this week.
Correct, yeah.
Weather's still playing
Cancellations,
up
meetings being put off, and yeah, it's just been a mess.
Not excellent. But, never mind. Don't dwell on the past, focus on the future. Spurted out that wisdom of the day. Let's start with talking about what's going to be going on this week. So, at the premier meeting at Riccarton on Saturday, race 2, we've got Major Issue, who is a 3-year-old running Barrier 1.
So he's just turned 3. So she just turned 3 on the 1st of August. So she was a 2-year-old. Filly that is really improving. Like, we gave her a couple of starts last season, but she's shown us coming back that if you just allow her to find her feet and do her own thing, that she can finish off races. She won a trial leading into this, and I think she's a horse that's just going to keep getting better and better and better throughout the season. So she's in on Saturday. It's a $25,000 race, and she's drawn barrier 1, which is a bit of a concern because it's a heavy 11 tracks, and normally the track's better out wide. However, it's the first flat race, so it may work out okay. We're likely to ride her just wherever she's happy, probably just behind the speed. And I think she can run well. I really do. I think she's a distinct top 4 chance.
Awesome. And we have 2 runners, both running at Riccarton on Saturday.
No.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Got it. We'll start off with Frazzle running in the maiden 1200.
Frazzle, so we talked about her earlier, ran second. She's on a 10-day backup, but it'll be your home course, so she doesn't have to travel. Her last run was enormous. She would only have to repeat that run to win. She's likely to strike a similar field. The barrier draws and things aren't out yet, but will be very hard to beat.
Mm-hmm. And we also have Zanotti running in that race. Oh, not in that race, but in that meeting, and the race is the rating 65 1800. I'm so sorry, I'm messing up my words.
Yeah, that's right. So likely to be Zanotti's last race day start, and then she'll go off and be a broodmare. She is stakes placed, so that will be her future. And the breeding season starts on 1 September. So 1800 metres I think suits. Heavy track won't be a problem. It's an amateur riders race. It's worth $22,500, and we can get Michelle Carston, who used to be a jockey, to ride it. So that's a real big plus for us. So she'll run there, and she'll be over the odds. She ran down the track last start, but she was 4-5 wide the trip. Covered the earth. So and hit the front at the top of the straight, so was entitled to fade late. So the run previously was very good, and it wasn't that bad a run. So 1800 metres, amateur riders, we've got a good jockey on. I think she's a sneaky chance there to end her career on a high. There's an outside chance she may have one more run, outside chance, so we'll see, but it's likely to be her last run.
Mm-hmm. And now, time for Bet of the Week.
Oh, yes it is, but actually, another thing I didn't mention, but I would like to mention quickly, Sophie, is we had a triallist on Tuesday, No More Tears, who's going to the Foxbridge Plate, and she trialled enormous. She got back in the field, she came 5 wide, under double wraps, ran third, could have won, and I think she's going into the Foxbridge Place very well. She is a horse that will be well over the odds, but will like given the tracks, and she is one to mark down in your black book for the Foxbridge Plate, which a race she ran second in last year. So I promise no more interruptions, Sophie.
Cool. So oh my gosh, my words. Okay, let's do Bet of the Week. Can I please have a drum roll? Bet of the Week this week is He Is the One, racing at Riccarton on Saturday in race 1.
So He Is the One is a horse that the Wheeler Barn bought to become a jumper, and ended up winning quite a few races on the flat, so they held off jumping him. Then he had his jumping debut 2 starts ago and won really well. He then stepped up in grade and ran 4th at his last start at his second jumping race, and he's now gone down to Riccarton for the Sydenham Hurdles. And I think he's an outstanding jumper. I think those 2 jumping races under his belt would have improved him. I think he's got a lot of ability on the flat, and I think he's an excellent bet of the week in the first race at Riccarton on Saturday.
Excellent. Thank you, Albert, for that wisdom of the week.
My pleasure.
And we will see you next time on
Tube Talk.
See you then.
Bye.